I do mostly space physics work. I look at data that comes down from scientific satellites. Well, the sun has this 11-year cycle where its conditions change every 11 years. And the sun puts out this wind that comes at the Earth, and the wind changes over the 11-year cycle. And different parts of the solar cycle are sort of like different parts of the solar year. There's different kinds of wind coming at the Earth, and so the effects of the wind on the Earth change with the 11-year solar cycle. And I look at these things called geomagnetic storms, which are these disruptions of activity around the Earth in space. And those change during the solar cycle. During one part of the solar cycle, we get one type of a storm. And during another part of the solar cycle, we get a different type of a storm. So I've been looking at the differences between those two different kinds of storms. Most of their effects are with disruption of satellite communications. Satellites are out in space, and there's particles and hot gases in space, and the wind from the sun during these storms affects the environment in space. It affects the nature of these particles and whatnot. And these particles can do bad things to satellites, and satellites can be disrupted. So satellite communications, weather satellites and whatnot can be affected. There's also rarely, but occasionally, there's effects on the ground where power systems are affected by a storm in space. Well, I was interested in studying science when I was a kid. I loved dinosaurs, and I wanted to, work on dinosaurs and read about dinosaurs and learn about dinosaurs. And so I went into science in high school, and then I went into science in college, and I didn't end up studying dinosaurs. I got involved in astronomy for a while, and I loved the stars and whatnot. And then I just had the opportunity to work with people with satellites in space, and so it was a matter of luck, not a plan, but a matter of luck that I got into studying space. Especially now that I'm getting older. I'm spending more and more time on science. When I was younger, I had to worry about other things and whatnot, but now that I'm getting a little older, I can do really just what I want. And so pretty often I think things come together scientifically, and I'm having the time of my life. The older I get, the better it is. I mean, if you're interested in science, it's great to be a scientist. If you're interested in medicine, it's great to be a doctor or something. And I'm interested in science and always have been, and so I get to do what I want, and the job's been just excellent. I get to travel. I can't say anything bad about the job. It's been fun for 30 years now, and I look forward to 10 or 20 more.